Tana, tell us how you doing. Well, if your name is Kourtney Kardashian, you've finally broken your silence on the dumb ish that your sisters, your family, and your mom are doing. To quote Kourtney Kardashian, her life should be, listen, there was a lot of speculation over why in Kourtney's life there was literally no pictures of the sisters with Kourtney in her wedding gown. Forget about the night before when everybody was in the Dolce & Gabbana archives and sat on the couch doing kissy lips, but why it seems like they weren't celebrating the love. Why it seemed like Kris was putting Scott in situations to blow up and ruin Kourtney's moment. Well, it looks like Kourtney's finally spoken out. Her life should be an empowering episode about her getting out of a toxic relationship and having this fairy tale love story that is her reality. And she wants to know why her fairy tale's not being told. A true fairy tale that's right, shots are fired. Kourtney is fed up and mama is not pausing. Now, let me just say this, right? A lot of people thought that, and by a lot of people, I mean me. It was me. I thought it was interesting that her family truly did not feel happy for her. When she got engaged, when she got married, every time Kourtney pops her head up, we naturally turn to her. Kourtney has this star power that I think Kim, and maybe everyone, but definitely Kim resents. As much as Kim wants to break free and just be Kim, she's always going to be Kim Kardashian. The public is always going to care about all her sisters. That's one reason they've been so successful. Kris Jenner is a genius. You have 5 people in the same family that's all bringing different energy, all bringing different gossip, all bringing different attention that combine into basically the perfect amalgamation of what celebrity is. I see Kris Jenner's hustle. However, I feel like Kim works and works and works to be interesting and to be the most and to be this. And she has this, like her dad said, she has this desperate need for attention. Kourtney always has to show up. Every time Kim and Khloe, everybody's like, where's Kourtney at? And when Kourtney shows up, she effortlessly steals the show without even trying. That has to be infuriating to Kim. And Kim cannot disassociate herself from Kourtney because we care about the Kardashians, not just Kim. Do you see what I'm saying, right? So she's getting married. They release stories about Travis. They release about Travis being obsessed with Kim. Travis doing this, Travis doing that. During her wedding, Kim has a photo shoot. She snubs her on her own thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my old videos about Civil War. That's the title. You can put it in a search engine. Don't leave yet. Finish watching this video and then watch the old videos if you want more insight. And I literally was like, Kourtney's not going to speak on it. She doesn't feel any type of way. Well, let's get into how Kourtney finally broke her silence. And she's letting us know how she really feels. And baby, it's just what we thought. But before we do that, why don't y'all hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Your girl is trying to get to 1 million. And your support and help would really, really be helpful, okay? Regardless, I am happy that you guys, I know, cut the small talk and get to the gossip. All right, let's go, right? But you can hit that like button, please. Anyway, right? Listen, Kourtney begged Hulu executives to show her fairy tale love story with Travis Barker instead of the drama surrounding her ex, Scott Disick. This probably explains what Kourtney's beef actually is with Kris Jenner, because Kris Jenner is one of the producers. Kris Jenner is one of the executives, and I believe Kim is too. So when she's talking to Hulu execs, she's also talking about the creative team on her side that the Hulu execs trust to bring them a story. So let's read in between those lines, but let's continue. Now, on this week's episode of Keeping Up the Kardashians, right? Kourtney actually spilled her guts to her friend, Steph Shepard, right? Saying that she is having the best time ever with her time with Travis, even at her engagement, and definitely this transfers to a wedding. However, Kourtney revealed that she wasn't happy with how the episode had been edited, particularly the focus that producers had chosen to place on Scott's absence. Let's not forget, definitely Kris and I believe Kim are producers with control, right? Now get this. Scott and her 3 children, right, shared they weren't invited to the post-engagement celebration with the rest of the family. And Kourtney literally says, we've been watching the edits and we're just so annoyed. Editors or whoever, she's talking about her mom and sister, right, are like, let's take Kourtney. She's the chosen one to be the drama. In a confessional, Kourtney shared more about who decides who makes the cuts and who doesn't. She said, while shooting our show, we're all executive producers, so we get to see cuts of the show and give notes on episodes and make sure that our stories are being told. I'm in one of the best places I've been in my life, and it's time for our show to catch up. She also set the record straight about the fallout from Scott's invite snub. Now, before we get into that, I really do have to point out, when she's saying it's time for the show to catch up, she's talking about her sisters and she's talking about her mother. They're all executive producers. Kris has more power than all of them. Kim is second. Then they all have a little power. She's saying that it's time for, it's like this sick need to actually paint her always as the victim, to paint her as the pathetic one. But let's get this, right? She said that night for engagement, I was like, God, everyone's such effing a-holes for bringing this up, because that wasn't part of the night. It was like 2 seconds of the night. Kourtney said, I didn't even remember it until I saw the cut on the episode. I wish they would take that out, put it in the next episode, or give us our respect. Like, let us have our moment. Now, if you don't understand, right? Kendall also gave her a sympathy. Kendall kind of stays away from the family, right? She said, do you have sympathy for Scott at all? Kourtney says, of course. And then Kendall said, because it doesn't feel like you do. Scott being upset over the engagement party, to which Kourtney said, why are you enabling this old narrative? Scott is not even, like, I'm your sister. Scott abused me. He cheated on me. He had me crying how many years? I finally find a man that loves me, respects me, dotes on my children, makes me feel warm inside, and gives me everything that I need, and I give him. I finally found my version of a fairy tale, and you guys are bringing up Scott and enabling Scott. What the hell is this? Again, like Kourtney said, this should be empowering, about somebody getting out of a toxic relationship and having a fairy tale love story. Why is the fairy tale not being told? You guys, Kourtney just gave us insight on why she stepped back from the family. It's funny how in that family, Kim's the only one that's allowed to be happy. Kim's the only one to have a fairy tale. Khloe has to be publicly mocked, humiliated, and cheated on. Khloe, not Kourtney, sorry. Why do I keep confusing them? Oh, I hope this isn't a ghost of Christmas future to come. Khloe has to be mocked. Well, actually, that goes for Kourtney too. Kourtney was fine to be mocked, humiliated, disrespected, put in uncomfortable situations by Scott. And the minute she found happiness and validation and just beauty in a connection with Travis, they tried to turn that into something weird, sick, perverse. They tried to turn it into something nefarious. She literally is there to be humiliated as a plot line. Khloe signs up for it all the time. Kendall stays off camera. If she did, who knows what they have. Kylie stays off of camera. Again, I think Kourtney is realizing the toxic dynamic that is in her family. It's one that she realized 2 years ago when she was like, I'm sick of this and I'm quitting reality TV. And the fact of, instead of just letting her go in peace, they literally, and by they, I think it's Kim and maybe it's Kris too, literally want to use her life and her pain and her misery as a plot line. You guys, woo, it gets deep. But Kourtney broke her silence, and it seems like she sees the same thing we did. All right, my little tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later.